Yeah. No.
Welcome back, everyone. I really hope you're doing well today. I know it's been a while. The weather where I am is just so sunny and beautiful, so spring has sprung. I hope that the springtime has been just very healing and opening, and things are blossoming in your life the same way that they are blossoming here in nature. Because how beautiful is that synchronicity? How beautiful is that connection, right? So I know y'all saw from the intro that I made myself a very yummy, delicious, healthy smoothie, and that's because your girl has been working out again. Today I got up early, naturally. I didn't even set an alarm just because I've been waking up early for work, and my body, even on my days off, has sort of flown into this system where I'm up no later than 8 a.m. every day, and at 8:01 is the time that I opened my eyes and checked the phone today. And I was just like, wow, that's really something. So I woke up at 8:01, got outside, got a stretch in, I made myself some green tea, and then I went for a run. I haven't ran in about 2 years, I would say. I used to do it really frequently to just clear my mind and help me to just get level-headed and grounded and release some energy, you know? And lately I've been feeling the same way. And it was a New Year resolution of mine to get back in the gym, get back working out, just some type of movement and physical fitness with my body, right? And although I stretch daily, the working out part, y'all, has not been working out. I have just been lazy implementing an actual workout routine into my system and into my lifestyle. Because my job is so physical and I'm always on my feet, I'm always moving around, I kind of, I guess, play with it in my head like, oh, I don't need to go to the gym because I do all that all day at work. And yes, that's true, but this is a deep burning desire of mine to really get back to a space where there's a big focus on physical fitness, on working out, on just having that be a part of my life. Because eventually this is something that I want to be a part of my family's life and my kids' lives. And I have to lead by example. So getting back into this routine has just made me feel so good. It's so good to get outside, especially when it's sunny, when it's just beautiful and you have so much beauty in nature to look at. And that's how I feel each time I run. So mind you, I said it's been a few years, right? So I'm not exactly trying to be a track star here. I'm not outside running for 30 minutes from this borough to the next. Like, no. It's a quick little 20-minute, I get it in the neighborhood, and that is just fine with me for the moment. It's really just to get my blood pumping, get my body flowing and moving, and then I come back and I do an actual workout at home. This system for me has just been so necessary and healing, and it's making me really restructure and rethink about the way that I think about fitness. The way that I want to move, especially with getting back into this, is a little bit now for a lot later. So I think if I do a little bit of something each day, that in turn will help me to integrate this to be a part of my lifestyle and a part of just the way that I am in everything that I do moving forward for the next year, for the next 5 years, 10 years. I'm not trying to start at 100 right away. And I really want to take my time, but be consistent, because it's the consistencies coupled with the time that are going to ultimately bring me the body that I want, bring me the routine that I want, all of these things. I feel so motivated to just get up and get it done. And there are plenty of areas in my life where I feel like that is the energy behind what I do and that is the focus. But for a long time, it was lacking in the fitness area. I will also let this video be a sense of accountability for myself, because like I said this at the beginning of the year, that I was going to start working out again. It is April, honey. I haven't moved a fucking thing until today. And although it is now April, at least I'm starting, right? And again, it's about the consistencies over time. So me starting now doesn't really matter, because my mind is thinking about at the end of the year what my physique or what my routines and my habits are going to look like. I'm trying to think ahead, but doing a little bit each time to get a lot more later. It's the continual flow of movement and habits that ultimately create a lifestyle and that become just who you are and the energy in which you move. And this is what I'm learning a lot about from the book that I'm currently reading. This book is called The Slight Edge by Jeff Olson. And it is really giving me a lot of great insight into what our philosophy in life has to be for us to get moving and to keep up with our habits. Because, like I said, it's the consistencies coupled with time that ultimately bring the results that we want. He talks a lot about this in this book, how if we make our habits our consistencies, that snowball effect is going to yield results that we have only been dreaming of, but it's about taking the first steps and then the next steps and then doing a little bit over time to get a lot later. So I said the word philosophy, and Jeff in this book talks a lot about honing into what our philosophy is, why we do what we do. Motivation can't be enough. There are plenty of times where you just don't feel like doing the thing, but if your philosophy is the one driving your actions and not your motivations, you're gonna do it even if you don't feel like it. You're gonna do it even if you're tired or you just don't want to. You're not gonna throw away your consistencies. You're not gonna throw away your habits because your philosophy wouldn't allow you to. It's a part of who you are. It's a priority for you now. So I'm only about halfway through the book, but yesterday on my commute to work, I read chapter 5, which is entitled Slow Down to Go Fast. The same way that I mentioned earlier that I can't start at 100 on my fitness journey. This needs to be a slow moving but consistent habit over time, and that will yield the results that I'm looking for. He talked a lot about that in this chapter, where if you are just consistent, you stick to your plan and you let time be the compounding factor of these habits that you have chosen to do due to your philosophy, then there's no way that you can't go fast in the long run. There's no way that you're not going to reach what it is that you desire. There's no way that you're not going to smash that goal that you have. But you need to do it slowly, but surely, but slowly at first, keeping consistent, step after step, letting your philosophy be the driving factor in all that you do, because that's going to keep you on track, because even when you don't want to, you're going to. It's really about the simple disciplines. It's about the little things adding up to the big things. And I read all the time. I'm such a bookworm. I think that books change lives, and books are just so healing, informative, amazing things. And I'm typically always reading something that deals with things like self-worth or self-help, spirituality, wellness. But this, I would say, is the first book that has given me the kick that I needed to really jumpstart these habits back into my life, because it's shifting my mindset and the way that I think about them. I'm just so happy to be back again, y'all. Like, this is really something that I've needed for a long time and that I've been scared to do again for a long time. But reading The Slight Edge has reminded me that it's the things that I do now, the little things, that'll add up to the big things later. And that needs to be my focus. That needs to be my philosophy. I would really love to know what's a book that you guys are reading or have read recently that has totally shifted your mindset and your habits and the things that you do in your daily life. Like, what is a book that has changed you completely and made you think a little bit differently about what it is that you want to do and where you want to go? Books change lives, y'all. I'm telling you, a book can really change your life and can shift into high gear something that you have been holding back on, something that you have been wanting to do but just needed a different perspective in order to get it done. So I really encourage all of you to continue reading, and if you haven't read in a while, find something that you think you would enjoy and get to it, because your whole life can change. Thank you to Jeff Olson for writing this amazing book that I am only halfway through but loving so far. And thank you to all of you for joining me in this video. I really hope that you enjoyed this topic. Let me know down below what books you guys are reading right now. I would really love to know and chit chat about that. And as you can see, the sun is peering through my window. So you know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna get back outside and enjoy this beautiful weather and be amongst nature and be happy. Thank y'all again so much for joining me. I really hope that you enjoyed this video, and I will see you in the next one. Bye.